Mark Warner with GreatWindow.com, and I'm here with Jason Webb, an IP attorney out of the Salt Lake City area. Jason, give us your website address.
So my website is www.webiplaw.com. That's web with two B's and IP like intellectual property.
So we just had an interesting conversation about investors coming to intellectual property attorneys first before they go out to research investments. So it would be a complete change of direction for investors to come look at or come to the intellectual property attorneys first. Why don't you talk about that for a second?
You bet. Well, one of the most, there are several different key factors that investors look to when they're investigating a project to decide whether it's worth investing in or not. And team is a big key part of that, and also whether their intellectual property is properly protected. If they don't have a good team and they don't have intellectual property protection, there's nothing really there for them to invest in. But investors are not in the habit of going to intellectual property attorneys to find that they may feel are important members of a team to find these really great projects, which is too bad because the intellectual property attorney is actually one of the first persons to ever discover that a new project is happening. As an intellectual property attorney, I am always aware 3 to 5 years in advance of what cutting-edge technology actually is. So I would be a key resource. One of the difficult parts of that is that I don't have blanket permission from all of my clients to talk about them to some stranger investor who's calling and asking, what are your great new projects? So if intellectual property attorneys can actually, in their standard process, get that permission from all of their clients, that will affect a transformation so that investors can go to the attorneys and say, what have you done lately? What's exciting that's going on? And maybe even say, what have you done lately in the automotive industry? And then that attorney can then pass those investors on to their clients, and those clients are very excited to talk to those investors.
Yep.
So if attorneys can make this shift in their agreements, it will then provide an extraordinary avenue of benefit for their clients and shortcut the process for investors to find the right people.
So do you need to put intellectual property rights on that idea?
Well, with Bilski coming out, probably I won't be able to. But even if I could, I'm committed to entrepreneurs and I'm committed to their success, and that's something that I would give them for free, because what you want is you want the attorneys that are serving that market to be doing everything that they can to help their clients.
And you already have agreements in place, right?
My agreement already does that. So my clients, if an investor calls up and asks about my clients, I actually can forward them on to my clients and give them information. And my clients are grateful for that. And many of them have told me so.
I'm sure they would be. Well, that's great, Jason. We appreciate you taking the time to visit with us. Give them your name and address one more time, website address.
You bet. My name is Jason Webb, and my website is www.webiplaw.com.
And this is Mark Warner with GreatWindow.com.